Good afternoon, everybody. I am Phat, and this is the uncle who works for Nintendo. This game was actually recommended to me by my friends over at Not Your Average Otaku. The only thing I know about it is that this is a browser game. It's text-based, and it is pretty creepy. Quote. Let's find out how it goes. This game makes extensive use of sound. Play with headphones for the best experience. Occasionally, it may take control of your browser. Okay. It is not optimized for mobile. For content and trigger warnings, click here. You are 11 years old. What is your best friend's name? Did I actually know any of these people when I was 11 years old? I knew a Ryan, but what the hell? We'll go with Ryan. Your best friend Ryan has invited you to a sleepover at his house this weekend. You've been friends since the first grade, so asking your mom is basically only a formality. Wait, what? I can click on these? You've never confirmed this, but you suspect the babysitter may charge extra when there are two kids. You sometimes feel like staying somewhere else is the only way you can help out. Your best friend... Okay, so it loops back here. So, asking your mom is only a formality. Okay, cool. There's like no sound at all, so I'm wondering if like it says it made extensive use of sound, so I'm waiting on that. I'm gonna turn my thing up just to be safe. Gotta be prepared to get spooked. Alright, cool. On Friday night, you're home for only a few hours. Long enough to pack, get in a fight with your younger sister, pack some more, and watch some TV. At 6 sharp, you're standing on the sidewalk outside Ryan's house while your mom idles in her car nearby. She leans out the window to you. You behave yourself, okay? She says, as always. I'll be at work, but if anything happens, you call me. Yes, Mom. I'll pick you up tomorrow at 3, she says, again, as usual. But then she pauses, looking up at the sky, which has been overcast throughout the day. If you play outside, she adds, be careful. It's probably going to rain. Wave goodbye. I can't look like a pussy in front of Ryan and kiss my mom goodbye. After you part, your mom drives down the street, disappearing around the corner. You turn back to Ryan's house. The lights inside are glowing warmly. You can see Ryan waving at you from his bedroom on the 2nd floor. There it is. It is 6 p.m. Excuse me. Ryan's mom meets you just inside. Hello, she says. Dinner will be ready in just a few minutes, but you can drop off the stuff in the den. You and Ryan are camping out there tonight. Cool. You drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den and then pause to take a look around. Behind the couch is a grandfather clock ticking softly. Through a set of patio doors on the far side of the room, you can see the sky is just as gray as it was when your mom left. Framed pictures line the walls over the dark fire. And over the dark fireplace hangs a monstrous pair of antlers from a buck that Ryan's dad shot years ago. And of course, there is the big screen TV. Sometimes it makes you uncomfortable how much nicer Ryan's house is than yours. Anyway, you drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den. Oh, behind the couch is a grandfather clock, framed pictures, dad shot. Okay. And of course, there's a big screen TV. Ryan entered the room when you weren't paying attention, and he now stands in the doorway, smiling expectantly. Are you ready for dinner? He asks. Yeah. I was a fat little shit. I like to eat. I still do. Dinner passes quickly. Tonight's meal is spaghetti and meatballs, one of Ryan's favorite meals, as his mother points out while piling a helping on your plate. Ryan's father cracks a beer. Let's see what he does. Wait, that wasn't a beer at all. That's a glass of lemonade. Why would you even think it was a beer? Ryan's father doesn't drink alcohol. You're quite certain of that fact now that you've remembered it. Well, whatever. Oh. The text changed. Ryan's father sips a lemonade and jovially interrogates you about how much trouble you and Ryan are getting to at school. Dessert is heaping bowls of ice cream drizzled in chocolate sauce. You can't even finish yours. The grandfather clock in the den chimes. Whew! That sent shivers down my back. What was that? You go along now, says Ryan's mom, smiling from her side of the table. We'll clean up in here. Let's go get to the TV already, says Ryan. The two of you leave the dining room and head upstairs. Before I continue, I'm going to turn the volume back down now that there's actually some volume. Sounds. I'm going to put you at 65. Now I'm going to put you at 69. Head upstairs. Ryan's... What is up with those graphics? Ryan's room is immense. You stay in the den because the TV is larger there, but there's a sizable one here, flush with the wall opposite of the full-sized bed. We'll take the 64 down first, says Ryan, heading towards the TV and opening the entertainment center cabinet. 64. You talking about Nintendo 64? It's his prerogative, of course. He gets to choose what you play first, usually. But as Ryan begins unhooking the cords of the N64, you catch sight of other things he has in there. All the major stuff. An old SNES, a PlayStation, a Dreamcast. Man, this is starting to sound like my dream place. But some other things too. Things you don't really recognize. A large black box with green highlights, an Xbox. A smaller purple one, GameCube. A strange white and yellow tower with what looks like gloves resting on hooks on either side. A compact white cone. A strange white and yellow tower. I don't remember one of those. With white, looks like gloves resting on hooks. Compact. Huh. What are those? Ryan looks at the clutter in the cabinet. Oh yeah, he says. They're pretty cool. I can't show them to you, though. They're still a secret. I promised my uncle. Of course, you suddenly remember his uncle. The uncle who works for Nintendo. Okay, now we're starting to get some options here. In the corner, the grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a nearby set of patio doors, you can see it's getting quite dark. Framed pictures line the walls. I'm getting shivers down my back. Ryan is parked in front of the large TV, playing something on the Nintendo 64. Let's see what those framed pictures are. You walk around the perimeter of the den, inspecting the pictures idly. Most of them are family portraits from years past. Ryan cradled lovingly between his mother and father, or any one of the three on their own. A happy, tidy family. Look for pictures of Ryan's uncle. I have a feeling that we're not going to find any. You don't find any, not one. The only pictures here are of Ryan and his parents. You don't know why that makes you feel uneasy. Time passes. The grandfather clock is ticking softly. Let's see what's that one. It's 7:30. Does it stay 7:30? Alright. He's playing the 64. I wonder if he's playing... That's Star Fox 64. Oh my god, I'm such a loser. Okay. You know what? I'm going to watch Ryan play. You try to relax by watching Ryan play a game. After a moment, though, he looks over to you. You play this one, he says. This game is kind of spooky. Your character just has a flashlight and is running around in some underground tunnels. Occasionally, you hear what sounds like digging. You don't like it. Ryan is watching you and seems to be amused at how uncomfortable you are. Kind of like I am when I watch my friends play scary games. You don't say anything, so you don't look weak. You play for a while, even though there doesn't seem to be an ending. The clock chimes. You are in the den. We're back here again. I don't want to think about Ryan's uncle. What would you like to talk about? We're going to talk about games, because that's what kids do. For a while, you and Ryan talk about the game on the TV, Star Fox 64. No, now it's Mario Kart. Obviously. It's not one of them you're familiar with, and Ryan explains the elaborate systems in some detail, because Mario Kart is extremely elaborate. The clock chimes. You are in the den. Oh, here we go. Ryan's mother bustles in the room, holding a large ceramic bowl filled with popcorn under her arm. Holy shit, that was so cool when moms did that. Moms, if you're watching, do that for your kids. They love it, especially if you get some butter and you just drizzle, melt it in the microwave and then just drizzle it all over. Drizzle it all over. That's great. Anyways, how are your kids doing? She asks. Good, Ryan says, his eyes not moving from the television. I hope you're having fun, says Ryan's mom. Here's some popcorn. Extra butter. Oh my god, yes. Oh, reliving my childhood. It reminds me of the time of, she places it on the floor by Ryan. It reminds me of the time where, my buddy and I, Tony, would, cook popcorn and watch We're Back, a dinosaur story, with homemade drizzled butter. Well, not homemade butter. It was like margarine. Almost immediately, Ryan is shoveling popcorn into his mouth. Meanwhile, his mother smiles first at him and then back at you. There's sodas in the kitchen if you get thirsty, she says, and some pizza from the other night if you get hungry. Thank you. Oh. Now let's Legend of Zelda. I would assume Ocarina of Time. I love how they're doing Nintendo 64 games. She looks at Ryan. Your father's gone to bed. I'll be there soon, myself. I want you two to keep it quiet, all right? Yes, Mom, says Ryan tiredly. Oh, and before I forget, she adds, your uncle called. He suddenly has some business here in town tomorrow, but he's driving in early. He'll be here around midnight. For the first time, Ryan stops playing his game, stops eating popcorn, and turns to look at his mother. Okay, he says. I want you two to welcome him in. He'll be very tired and very hungry, so offer him something to eat before he goes to bed. Okay, Mom. Good night, kids. And with that, she's gone. It doesn't sound like Ryan stopped playing the game. Oh, I'm getting creeped out. Watch Ryan play. Okay, well, I guess I have these last 4 choices down here. I'm going to dodge it as much as I can. Go to the bathroom. You head to the bathroom down the hall from the den. I'm getting so many shivers down my back. Jesus. There's a shower, a linen closet, and a toilet. Let's check out the shower. The shower is pristinely clean. Are you done here? A linen closet. It's a linen closet filled with large fluffy towels and washcloths. You're not sure where you're looking here. Are you finished? And a toilet. You don't have to go right now. Are you done here? Yes, I'm done in the bathroom. You head back down to the den. Let's go to the kitchen. You keep playing Star Fox 64. Passing through the empty dining room, you enter the kitchen, which is also deserted right now. Fridge. There are a few things here. Soda, cold pizza, milk, and a water pitcher. Cold pizza is always good. You grab your snack and exit the kitchen. I don't want to exit the kitchen. I want soda. The clock chimes. You're in the den. It begins raining outside. Wait, I'm going back to the kitchen. Fridge. Now get me some soda. Okay, so I guess whatever it is. Think about Ryan's uncle. It began with Mew, the 151st Pokemon. You didn't believe him at first when Ryan came to school one day and told you he finally caught Mew. Prove it, you said. So he pulled out his Game Boy and showed you. There it was. Mew, the 151st Pokemon, available only to players at promotional events, somehow unlocked on Ryan's game. It's really strong, he said. It KOs every enemy in one hit. Ryan demonstrated this claim at recess when you and some other friends linked Game Boys to do battle. You were the first one down. No one else got in a single hit on Ryan's Mew. You asked Ryan how he managed to get it. Let's see, no one else. In a few days, everyone had quit playing Pokemon at recess. The allure had failed. You asked how Ryan managed to get it. Oh, my uncle got a job at Nintendo, said Ryan. You were walking home together, past one of the construction crews. Ryan still lived next door to you at the time. There had been a storm not too long ago. Trees were down all over town. Buildings had collapsed. You were standing at an intersection with Ryan as a truck rumbled by, loaded with ragged tree trunks. What a bad storm. Oh, storm. What a bad storm, this one I live in. Wait, this could have been too long ago. When did Ryan move? What? Oh. You also got me this new Game Boy, said Ryan, pulling it out of his pocket. It's yellow. Pokemon, or Game Boy Color. I am ruining this joke so badly. You hadn't noticed it earlier, but yes, Ryan now had a sleek new Game Boy Color. Oh my god! 1990s! Up until today, he had one of the old ones, a big gray brick like yours. This one's a special edition, said Ryan. Isn't it cool? You agreed. You snap out of your reflections. The clock chimes. You are in the den. Ask about Uncle's visit. So why is your uncle coming? Your uncle stays with you when he visits? Yeah. Well, if I were a kid, I would ask why he was coming. Ryan shrugs. Business. But I thought he worked for Nintendo. He does, says Ryan, frowning but not looking away from the TV screen. He's really important there. Does Nintendo have a lot of business here? Wait, why I would ask the other one. No. Why else would my uncle be coming, says Ryan, if you asked the dumbest question, as if you asked the dumbest question in the world. Well, it's cool, I'll finally get to meet him. Yeah, says Ryan. Yeah, agrees Ryan. I think you'll like him. What sort of work does your uncle do? Ryan Ryan pauses the game and turns towards you, visibly agitated. I wonder if like Nintendo is being like a mind control thing for him. Oh, that's a thing maybe. Right now, well, how should I know? I don't work for them. Right now he's not quite yelling, but you think if you keep pressing the subject, he might. Sorry, I was just curious. You drop the conversation in silence. What the fuck is wrong with you, Ryan? You're an asshole. Remember your own Mew. That's different. You got your own Mew, eventually. Another friend had a Game Shark. Oh yeah, love those things, which you borrowed one day. You spent the entire night unlocking every Pokemon you couldn't obtain in your copy of the game or hadn't traded for yet, including Mew. God, that was so fun back in the day. It didn't one-hit KO most enemies. It was incredibly weak, and you shamefully cheated on the game further to make it strong enough. It even looked different from Ryan's. Your Mew was small, even cute, standing there with its round, cheerful eyes. But when Ryan had wiped out everyone at school, it had a completely different look, compact, snarling, fierce. It didn't one-hit KO enemies. Oh, it was the same thing. You asked him why. What? He said, that had been here, in the den. Oh, that thing? Ryan had moved by then, but how long was it after the first storm, after he got Mew? Can't remember. It had been a while since anyone talked about Pokemon. Well, my uncle got me a special edition Mew, first of all, he said, smirking a little, but not looking away from the PlayStation game he was playing. That is Nintendo 64. That's why mine looked different. Second of all, mine can one-hit KO because it's the real Mew. You asked what he meant by that. Just what I said, Ryan replied. You cheated and got a fake Mew, so of course there'd be problems, glitches and junk. You felt your cheeks redden. But not me, Ryan said again. I got the real Mew, and only me. My brother was so jealous. Ryan's brother. Well, what about him? Why does remembering that comment make you feel uneasy? You snap out of your reflections. Clock chiming? Do I have to... Oh, I missed one. Ryan is parked in front of the large TV playing something on the Nintendo 64. Star Fox. Still. There's a bowl of popcorn on the floor. Why did it say he was playing PlayStation if it's been constantly Nintendo the whole time? You grab a handful of popcorn. It is buttery and delicious. Man, I am really wanting some popcorn right now. Alright, well, I guess the biggest thing I didn't do was ask about the uncle's visit. So why is your uncle coming? Business. What sort of business? Stuff for Nintendo. Okay, there's more stuff here. Stuff for Nintendo, says Ryan. Does Nintendo have a lot of business here? What does Nintendo do here? Okay, cool, here we're back. I'm not sure I believe you about your uncle. Ryan takes a moment to respond as if he's not quite sure he heard you correctly. What? I don't believe your uncle works for Nintendo. You think you've finally done it. Ryan stands up, fist clenched at his sides, mouth twisting horribly as he struggles to say something. You watch as he takes a step toward you, and you clench your teeth and wait. Bring it on, Ryan! Ryan darts toward you and... Wow. I'm a little bit heebie-jeebied out right now. Ryan darts forward and pushes you back onto the hardwood floor, cracking your skull against the carpet. You take the initiative to throw a punch before he can go for you again. What the fuck was that? You shove yourself up off the floor and send... Oh, God! You shove yourself up off the floor and send your fist into Ryan's stomach. For a moment, you're shocked what you've done as he stands there gasping in his pajamas, but then suddenly, that. Really? You hear something, or think you hear something shouting, and then you've fallen flat on the floor. Oh my God! Oh, stop it! For a moment, you don't think you can get up. Your whole body feels heavy. Did he hit you? I hate you, says Ryan. Leave me alone. You finally manage to sit up as he turns back to his game. You take a moment to collect yourself. You regret that kitchen trip earlier. Now you have to go to the bathroom. Alright, we're going to use the toilet because that's... You realize that there's something wrong with the toilet. The water in the bowl looks solid, like glass. When you attempt to turn the handle, nothing happens, but the toilet emits the sound of flushing anyway. You suddenly feel like you suddenly don't feel like having to go anymore. What's going on here? The grandfather clock chimes the hour, and Ryan suddenly looks up from the 64. It's time, he says. Stop being weird. That's him, says Ryan, standing up. I should go let him in. As he leaves the den, you realize you could follow, but part of you really feels like being scarce for a minute. I'm not being alone. I don't care if Ryan's an asshole. The knocking continues persistently as you follow Ryan to the front of the house. Outside the double glass in the front window, you can see a tall, dark shadow. Ryan goes to the door, does the deadbolt, and cracks it open. You can come in, he says to whoever's staying out there on the porch, but he looks over his shoulder at you. Sorry, he says. Before you can ask where there is to be sorry about, the door slams shut. Oh, I can click that shit. Wow. Oh, that was creepy as hell. Holy shit. Wow. And it has multiple endings, too. I may have to go... Wow. I'm not going to do it right now, but I am definitely going to have to go back and get another... Check out these other 5 endings and see what the hell is up with number 6. Oh, shivers all down my back. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Oh, my God. That was good. I'm not a big fan of text games because, well, I don't know why, really. I've never really played any ones that really enthralled me, but this one, yeah, the atmosphere is really good. That was creeping. That was creeping as fuck. That was awesome. I love it. Thank you so much to Not Your Average Otaku. Thank you so much for recommending this to me, Not Your Average Otaku. Guys, I'm going to put a button right here for him. You should totally click the button and help me stop stuttering because holy shit, Jesus Christ. That was creepy. Thank you so much for watching my video on what was it? Jeez, long title. Thank you so much for watching my video on the uncle who works for Nintendo. Cool, I said that right. If you will see other creepy games, I did some Five Nights at Freddy's, I did some Outlast, a little bit of Amnesia, and some Alien Isolation. It's awesome. But hey, it's cool. Stay tuned for more fun videos. It's going to be a blast. I hope you guys join me. So until then, catch you guys next time. There's a light in my eyes. Hey, dude. I was up to investigate journalists. Oh, I'm so bad at multitasking. I'm bad at I'm bad at resource management, and I'm bad at multitasking. So this is a horrible game for me. Why am I playing this one?